Okay, it's an important thing for you to understand. It's an important thing for general audiences. Now, if you hear something controversial, it's an important thing to understand. Gita began with controversy. Controversy is good. Why is it good? It's not that it's good or bad, it's that it's just life. Sometimes we're confused what to do, what not to do, what to believe, what not to believe. Right? We all want there to be no problem in this world, no confusion, no sides, no fighting, peace and love and harmony and kumbaya. But if it's not the reality we're faced with, then what do we do? And then we're confused. So that's the setting of the Bhagavad Gita. Setting the Bhagavad Gita is what to do. And Arjuna presented all his arguments according to all his reasoning for why he should do what he thought he should do, which was to give up. Why? When faced with difficulty, when faced with opposition and sides and family and friends and teams and fighting, I don't want to engage, I should just give up. But that was not his dharma. And so Krishna told him, why have you become so weak and impotent, like a coward? Rise up and fight. Parantapa, chastiser. But Arjuna didn't get any realized knowledge from Krishna until he surrendered. He realized, I am weak. He accepted it. Krishna told him, why are you so weak and silly? You don't know the truth, but you're speaking. Krishna teased him. He said, you're speaking as if you're learned. Right? You're speaking learned words as if you know anything. But all your knowledge is, none of it's realized. So it's like memorizing something that sounds smart and then repeating it. Oh, I sound smart now. I memorized something. Now I can sound smart. This and this and this and this and this and this. Scratch the surface. It's just like surface. Nothing substance. No iceberg, only ice layer. Right? Right? Like an ice cream cone, but it's filled up with nothing. It's hollow, and then it's just a little top layer. And you think, oh, nice ice cream, top layer, chocolate, sparkles, sprinkles. But the ice cream cone is hollow. Right? So Arjuna's knowledge was what? Only ideas received from other people with ideas, based on ideas of knowledge. Right? A reflection of a reflection of a reflection of a reflection of a reflection, and then you see that, and then your reflection of your mind and your perception filters it and then thinks this is knowledge. So all the knowledge you have in life is from what you've read, and then you filter it and you collect something according to your personality. Oh, I like this. My family members like this. My teachers like this. And so we collect knowledge. You filter. There's a mirror of a mirror of a mirror of a mirror and a mirror, and then you're filtering in your mind, and then you think this is knowledge. This is what to do, this is what not to do. What is knowledge? That's why you approach someone who has knowledge. That's why Arjuna said, Shishyastiham sadimang tam prapanam. Now I am your disciple, and a soul surrendered unto you. Please instruct me. That's the beginning of the Bhagavad Gita. So really, to advance in spiritual life, the bitter medicine we have to swallow is called Sharanagati, surrender. Who, where, when, how, why, what. In your heart, you pray to God. Please help me. And you sincerely pray, and you follow, then your life will automatically be guided by God to find out really what is your aim and object in life, how to be free of confusion and doubt. Fighting is inevitable. Arjuna didn't want there to be a fight. God didn't want there to be a fight. No one wants there to ever be a fight. But if it happens, what do? You take shelter. Right? You take shelter, surrender, and you fight. Dharma protects those that protect Dharma. That's if you're a warrior. Right? You don't have to fight, don't worry. Okay. But you have to know, you have to surrender your idea of knowledge if you want real knowledge. Your conception of knowledge is filtered through your mind and your experiences and your collection of all your past impressions and all your past lives. And so that knowledge is not knowledge. It's ideas. It's not real knowledge, because real knowledge means realization. Okay, like imagine an example. You've never seen the sun, but I told you in a book that, there's a big thing of light in the sky. It looks like a circle, and it's very bright. Right? But you've never seen, you're blind. You've never seen a light bulb, you've never seen a candle, you've never seen anything. And I'm trying to explain to you the sun. Right? And I gave you some explanation, and it's written in the book. And then you went and told your friends about something called the sun, and they're also all blind. And then they wrote something down, and then gave it to their people, and then their people thought about it and wrote something down. And then some time passed on, right? And everyone started talking about this thing called the sun. What's the difference between 5 generations from now, you've been talking about the sun with all your blind friends. None of them have ever seen it. And then someone comes to you one day and says, I'll tell you what the sun looks like because I'm looking at it. And then they say, and I'll give you the vision to see the sun. And I'll take away your blindness and how you can see the sun. So what's more valuable? You read in a book somewhere that God is like this, and you fight over it with your friends. You read in a book somewhere that truth is like this. But someone comes in your life and says, I can show you truth because I see truth right now. And I can open your eyes and let you see truth. But no, I prefer my blindness because it's mine, something I own. I am blind. This is my blindness. If you take it away from me, I'm naked. Without my knowledge, I'm naked. But Krishna says in the Bhagavad-gita, Krishna didn't instruct Arjuna until Arjuna surrendered his knowledge. I surrender my conception of knowledge. In 432 Bhagavad-gita, Krishna says, Tad vidi pranipatena pariprasnena sevaya upadekshanti te jnanam jnaninas tattva darshina. Take shelter of someone who actually sees the truth, not your blind conception of the truth. So that's the premise of the Bhagavad-gita. Then you read the Bhagavad-gita, and then you realize that all the scriptures teach you to try to find someone with knowledge that is real. Then you can progress in life. Then you can understand the imports of the books. So this is our premise to Bhagavad-gita. That's why we say, Sadhu Sangha, Sarva Sastre Koi, Lava Matra Sadhu Sangha, Sarva Siddhi Hoi. For the general masses, right, teachings are given in a general way. Right? Christ said, love your neighbor, love God, don't commit adultery, don't kill people. This is general knowledge. Love God. Who is God? What is love? That's the Vedas now. Love God. Who is God and what is love? What are the stages of love? How do you develop that love? Now we go from general to realized knowledge. The more you advance and the more you're eager to advance, then you can get specific knowledge for you. So this is the main thing. Okay, we talk about difficulties and controversies and fun and games. The reality is that if we want success in life, we don't need to teach about the sun with blindfold on or think we know it. We should actually find someone who can remove the blindfold, right, and who also has sight. Then we can see, and then when we're touched with that source, like we met Srila Gurudev, right, now our connection to Srila Gurudev, what he teaches us, that's sunlight. Because we met him, and we saw him, and he's realized. So now, if we repeat his teachings as it is, then that's okay. That's why Srila Prabhupada wrote Bhagavad Gita as it is. You repeat Bhagavad Gita as it is, it's bona fide. But still, if you take one sentence out, and you take it out of context and say, this is the truth. Yeah, but Prabhupada said something else in here. Prabhupada said something else here. Prabhupada something else here. Something else here. So we're not Ritviks. most religions are Ritvik. Right? The Savior came before, 2,000 years ago, and they wrote a book. 800 years ago, they wrote a book. 60 years ago, they wrote a book. But if it's not a living tradition, then it's a body without a soul. So that's why Bhaktisiddhanta Prabhupada says that as soon as the organized church begins, the living spiritual movement ends. Right? And he said, what is the organized church? It means taking away the power from the person holding the living power. That's organization. Organization means democracy. Right? Organization means a panel of conditioned souls debating what is the truth. Right? They say 4 blind men were trying to figure out what is this structure. They all went and were feeling it. And one said, it's a rope. And one said, it's a column. And one said, it's some kind of weapon. And one said, it's some kind of weird thing. And then one said, it's a fan. Right? So it wasn't a fan, it wasn't a rope, it wasn't a column, it wasn't a weapon, it was an elephant. One said it's a wall. Right? One said it's a column. One said it's a rope. One said it's a spear. One said the big ear is a fan. It was none of those things. It was all of those things. But they were blind, so they went blind leading the blind. This is also Prahlad's teachings. Andaya tande rupagiya te pishatandriyam. The problem in religion today is that blind men who want to be seen as those with sight lead other blind men who also are cheaters being cheated. So therefore Bhagavatam begins, Dharma projita kaitava. We are here to destroy irreligion. And irreligion is most often cloaked in the garb of religion. Therefore, this path is very dangerous. Very dangerous. Okay? But, right? Krishna says in the Bhagavad-gita, where there's Arjuna and where there's Krishna, this is not Krishna speaking now, Ved-vyas. Where Arjuna is present and Krishna is present, there will always be victory. So Radhe Radhe. Radhe Radhe.